Good morning. Thanks for tuning in to Ransom or Vet or Vet for Life. You know what? I'm tired of being something that I'm not. I'm not a YouTuber. Maybe because I just don't have the experience. I'll just learn as I go. But I have something to say. I want to get it off my chest. And sometimes when I have a lot to say, it just comes out wrong. It doesn't come out in the order that I think it needs to be in. And then I just delete the video and I never say it, or make the video, I edit it, or I don't ever put it online. So here's the deal. If you are out of the military, okay, and if you had a high-speed job in the military, and unless you're doing it now as a civilian somehow, of course, one job I know of which is a mechanic, especially aircraft mechanics, tank mechanics. If you can get into a contract working on those type of vehicles for the Army, or for whatever branch, you can make $25 or $30. It's amazing. Not very glamorous, but I just don't hear people bragging about that. What I hear people bragging about is, well, you're a POG. I'm infantry. No, guy, you were infantry. I'm airborne qualified. I'm air assault qualified. I went to selection. No, you mean you did all those things. You were qualified. You were airborne qualified. You were air assault qualified. But what are you doing now? And why are you still calling folks POGs? Do people actually care about that stuff? Then I'm going to have the folks that are going to say to me, well, you're just getting butthurt. Well, obviously you care because you're making a video. Well, it's something I want to get off my chest. What bothers me is that veterans who still live in the world of the military. Look, I'm doing so much to prepare myself for that transition, because no matter if I like it or not, whether I am prepared or not, and I hope to be prepared, because that's what I've been doing my entire career, is acting like I'm going to get out, but acting like I'm going to stay in at the same time. Is that those vets who still call others POGs should have just stayed in, or they didn't stay in long enough, or they got out before their time. Hint, hint, medical discharge or just chapter. I'm not a show off. I don't like to, like in a card game. You show this card, so I'll raise you this card, it's higher. But if someone says, hey, I was airborne qualified, I'm air assault, I went to Q Corps selection, but did you get selected? Okay. But that's another story in my life. I realize that being selected that's probably one of the hardest schools in the Army, is to be selected to be in the Spec Ops community. As a member. You can be you can work in the Spec Ops community and not actually be in Special Forces, depending on your MOS. Okay? However, but I'll say, no, I don't have air assault. I don't have airborne. I have a master's degree. I have a bachelor's degree. Right now, I'm going to college for a Texas real estate license. After that, before I get out, I intend to take advantage of more schooling. That will not count towards my tuition assistance limits, which is like $4,500 a year, or like 16 hours. It's something like that. The Army has a new credentialing program in which I plan to take advantage of. Something to do with computers, okay? Or I could be a truck driver, or I could be a crane operator. I could do all those schools, but you can only do one, but I'm going to pick computers. Trust me, you do not want to be the unskilled worker and be yelling at people, hey, you're a POG. Yeah, but you're a unskilled worker, and you're either unemployed or you're working at a fast food restaurants. Folks, no one cares. No one cares about what you did in the military unless you can get a job doing that. For example, mechanic, excellent pay, all right? Medical field, you get some more schooling, you get into a job in the medical field, okay, you're a shoo-in, okay? Depends how you can apply yourself on your job resume, your job application, the interview. You have to know how to make the military make sense for the civilian sector. It's not that easy. It is not that black and white. Okay? But what matters is what you do after you get out. Like, I got a buddy who got out as an MP, but he started going to college for this and that. Somewhere down the line, he got a license to fly a helicopter. Oh my goodness. He can make some really good money. Buddy, you know who you are. I'm freaking proud of you. You are the example for veterans to follow. So, everyone, have a nice weekend. Be safe. And I'm proud that I'm a POG. God bless America.